Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca, and with another episode of Politricks. We haven't done one of these in a minute, and it's my apologies. But in light of everything that we have been going through currently in this country, I felt that it was, instead of just bogging you guys down with a lot of political news, I just kind of, tackled the current pandemic my own little special way while still keeping my good eye on what was happening over on in the White House, Washington D.C., and with some of my favorite news outlets. One of which is CNN. Child, I was over there on the CNN website and I found an article that was published today, May the 4th, because when you see this, it's going to be May the 5th. But it says that CNN had to send Trump's campaign a cease and desist letter for a misleading ad. Apparently, a lawyer for CNN's parent company, Warner Media, has written a cease and desist letter to the President Trump re-election campaign over the misleading contents of a new ad campaign. Warner Media says Trump ad is misusing CNN coverage in a way that's false, misleading, and deceptive. In a response to a request for comment from CNN's business, the campaign claimed that the ad is accurate and attacked the network's editorial decisions. Trump ad titled American Comeback was introduced on Sunday night. The campaign says it's spending mid seven figures, at least several $1 million, to run the ad on cable and broadcast channels. The ad takes a segment from CNN, The Situation Room with Wolf Blitzer. On March the 30th, he asked Dr. Sanjay Gupta, well, it is accurate if these other steps had not been put in place, stay-at-home orders, the social distancing orders. As the president said yesterday, it could have been 2 million people down here in the United States. Gupta responded, I mean, these are all models, Wolf. It's a little tough to say. But if you talk about something that is spreading, very robustly throughout the community, two to three times more contagious than the flu, up to 10 times, perhaps even more than that, more deadly than the flu, then yes. Now, Blitzer's question was about stay-at-home orders and social distancing, but in the ad campaign, that portion of his questions was omitted. After Blitzer and Gupta are shown on the screen, the ad cuts to taped video that invokes Trump's restrictions on travel from China, like an airport screen showing canceled flights. Blitzer is heard saying, it is accurate if these steps had not been put in place. It could have been 2 million people dead here in the United States, and Gupta is heard saying yes. Now, the general counsel for Warner Media wrote in a letter to Trump's campaign communications director that the advertisement purposely and deceptively edits the clip to imply that Mr. Blitzer and Dr. Gupta were crediting the president's travel ban policy issued in January for saving millions of American lives, when in fact, Mr. Blitzer and Dr. Gupta were discussing recently implemented social distancing guidelines and stay-at-home orders issued by state and local governments. CNN said, they hereby demand that you discontinue airing the advertisement with the CNN clip that has been distorted in a way as to mislead the public. In a statement to CNN Business, no discussion of efforts to prevent Americans' death from the coronavirus can be had without understanding that President Trump restricted travel from China in January. Based on that alone, the ad is accurate. CNN learned about the ad last Friday when it was submitted as a part of Trump's campaign ad buy. Television networks routinely review ads ahead of time for objectionable content, according to Trump's campaign. CNN contacted the Trump campaign ad agency Harris Sykes Media to demand the ad be edited to remove or correct the misuse. CNN was willing to accept the advertisement if the misuse had been corrected. Despite the notice, you refused to correct the advertisement, knowingly proceeded with distributing the advertisement with the misleading claim. So, child, on Monday evening, CNN said, once again, the only outlet to reject the Trump ad campaign has now rejected multiple Trump ads that are demonstrably accurate. He called the network effective at Joe Biden's super PAC. Yet another signal that anti-media rhetoric is a part of Trump's re-election strategy. Child. So he tried it. He tried to take their content and misconstrue it to make it look as if the network was agreeing that had he not did the travel ban back in January, then 2 million Americans could be dead right now, and that's simply not what happened. And I know that didn't happen because I'm gonna tell you why. I watches the Situation Room with Wolf Blitzer. Then takes me a break and I come back for Anderson Cooper, Chris Cuomo, and Don Lemon every day, Monday through Friday. And I saw that episode, and that's exactly what they were discussing. So once again, your president has tried it. He has played in these people's face and thought that they were going to lie down and allow it to be aired and continue to air with misleading content in it. This man is definitely ill-equipped to run this country. We see that right now. Don't get fooled by that little stimulus check he sent you, okay? Because that's gonna have repercussions too. Mark my words. But I'm here for it, whatever. He already starting off dirty in the game. Why are we playing games? And did you really think that CNN was gonna let you slide with that? You probably would have did better if you had tried that with one of your good old boy networks, like Fox News or something like that. However, you tried it with CNN, and you know that CNN is gonna call it down the middle. And it's just unfortunate for him. Every time that they call it down the middle, he's on the lax side. He's on the losing side. He's on the side that looks crazy. He's on the side that looks ill prepared. He looks like, he's having like onset early dementia type of situations going on. That's just my opinion. But he tried it. He really tried it. And I hope that CNN takes this all away. Do whatever it is you need to do. Because again, the way the ad is running now, it does look like Wolf Blitzer and Sanjay Gupta is agreeing with him. But I watched the episode, so I know. I went back in memory, honey. And y'all know that recall can get really good sometimes. Don't believe everything they heard told you about that, that TAC, honey. That ain't always the case. Sometimes it work in reverse, honey. That recall get really good sometimes. So I remember seeing the Situation Room that day. And I remember that conversation I remember that almost like that happened yesterday, very vividly. And he's definitely playing into people's faces again. He's definitely switching the narrative up, trying to make himself look less accountable. That's the one thing I think that we as Americans could probably look at him in a different light if he would just own the fact that he don't know. Own the fact in what you do know and do better. I heard someone say that he don't even realize how much of a bumbling idiot he truly is. And I'm inclined to believe that. I mean, the man has no couth about himself at all. And even when you put truth in his face instead of owning that, he becomes combative to the point where he can be downright rude at times. But this is the person, this is the person that you guys want. Okay. Mm. Anyway, if I can remember, I will put this article down in the pinned comments so that you won't have to go look for it. It'll be right there. You can go read it for yourself. But in case I forget, honey, it's on CNN.com. Okay. Anyway, that's it. That's all. You guys get down in the panic section. Let me know what you thought about that little quick hot one that he just tried to pull on the people. Let me know what you think about it all. And in closing, as always, remember the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video. Ratings get me recognized on these YT streets. Comment down below in the panic section. I want to know what you think about this. If you have not subscribed to this channel or my backup channel, Lady Nyca Live, please subscribe to both of the channels today. Also, tap your notification bell button, set them to on for both channels. The link for the second channel will be in the description box below the title. Set both of them to all, and you should get a notification anytime I drop a pre-recorded video or go live from either one of the channels. Thank you guys for your continued support. And remember always, honey, you do not have to be great to get started, but you got to get started in order to be great. Have a great remainder to your day. I plan on doing the same. Until the next time, family, I'm out.